Let me see.
I think I'm live. Uh-oh. I was too busy talking to you.
It says upcoming here.
Really? It says live here, 25, 26.
Wait a second. Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. You got the phone number.
Right. I hit it by mistake, and that's you behind me. I blew it again.
There you go.
I blew it again. I didn't even put up a thumbnail. Okay. I blew it again, but there he is. Dr. V, Max. Here I am, me, Mark, and we're trying to figure all this out, and we're going to get it figured out one day. There's really a technical issue between Android and Google, and I can't figure it out, and I haven't gotten an answer on what it is yet, Dr. V. So that's where that is right now. But you know something, I like it because we get a full view of Dr. V there. Look at that. Look at that, and look at that smile. Huh? We're happening. Okay, let's start talking about what's going on. And it's not good out there. And people are thinking, and what's great, what's incredible is that the president is so great at just kind of moving things off, moving things away, getting out of the way. It's just, let's talk about the economy, okay? First thing to talk about, let's start bringing this stuff up here. I had notes. I actually have notes today. Do you know Booz Allen just laid off 7,000 people? There are others that just got laid off.
What's Booz Allen?
They're a major consulting firm, and they all consult to the government. And so these consulting firms, and they're like 98% government, Booz Allen. So can you hear me, Joe?
I can.
Okay. So what's happening is that they're getting cut out, like all these guys. So they just laid off 7,000 people. I have a feeling it's going to be more than that when we go along. They've had these interviews with all these farmers. Have you seen all these farmers on TV, Joe? These farmers who invested money into their property, into their growing, expecting have grants that were guaranteed to them by the government, and now that money isn't coming in, and these farmers are ready to go under. They're not making money. Look what's going on. It's really a bad situation, because you sit there and you go, hey, you know something? You sit there and you go, what is this? There it is. I don't know what's going on here. Well, you sit there and you go, just so you'll know, Joe, I don't see if we have anything underneath. So if there are any comments, let me know. I have no idea. So you do, you don't? I have no idea.
I don't see anything either.
I don't see any. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there's something there. I think Texas came in. Texas, Hal has arrived. We love you. Okay, it's kind of working now. So here we go. So I'm sorry. We've just been having technical issues. There's Max Headroom back there. Thumbs up. We love you, Spartacus. We got nervous because we didn't see you. We worry about our friend Spartacus. He's our friend. We love Texas. We love all you guys. Texas. There you go. So, okay. So we're back to the economy again. Joe likes to talk about the big, beautiful bill. Let's talk about where that big, beautiful bill is going. This is the bill that Republicans and Trump are trying to push through Congress. And what they've done is they've already pushed it through the House. They're trying to take it to the Senate. What that's going to do is raise the deficit by another $4 trillion. Now, why does that matter? Because look at what's happening with interest rates. Interest rates are up. I think Joe saw they spiked and they came back down a bit. It's like everything else. You make new highs in any market, then it comes down and corrects, then goes back up again. And that's what's been going on with interest rates for the last few years and a few other things. So as we're going on, we see the interest rates are going up. They're afraid, the investors are afraid to buy our bonds and pay what they were paying before in interest because they see our economy is going down. So what's happening? Do you see any of the big guys getting hurt? Yes, some of the big guys are getting hurt. And Walmart says they're going to have to pass on some of their tariffs and the others. But who's really getting hurt here? little business. It's American farmers. It's people who are not getting the money. It's people who have no supply lines. It's people whose supply lines got chopped down. Now, you know, the president did a 90-day a moratorium, so they're trying to get as much stuff as they can in from China during that 90-day moratorium, where it's only 30%. But at the same time, it's 30% more. You just see what he's going to do with the European Union. He wants to do 50%. Now, I know most people here don't buy the kind of cars that come from there, but think about what happens. If you get a Mercedes and it's $100,000, a lot of them are a whole lot more than that. What's 50% more? $150,000. So people aren't going to be able to buy stuff from there, and we're not going to be able to sell stuff to there. And a major part of the problem we've got is, Joe, and people have to see this, is Europe is our biggest trading partner, bigger than China, bigger than the rest of the world. So Trump is now saying he's going to roll, is it 50, 60%, did he say? Was it 50? I don't remember, Joe. And they're going on this, and you're going to raise it against our major trading partner. And the problem is this, and the New York Times finally hit it. They watched us, Joe. They watched us. They said that Europe is trying to make a trade deal with Trump as if they are allies. Trump is just dealing with them as if it's a transaction. And how long have we talked about this? This is the end of the American century. This is the destruction of our friends. It doesn't matter if you have no friends, according to President Trump. It doesn't matter. And what happens is, let me ask you, if you're Europe and you're really in a fight with us, are you going to sit back and do nothing? If I'm Europe, now look, I'm an American. All I care about is America. That's our focus. But if I'm Europe and you're saying to me, hey, I'm going to hit you with the 50 or 60% tariff on top of the 12.5% tariff that's already out there, I'm going to give China a call. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Right, because they would say, man, you're as bad as China is, Trump. You are as bad as China, maybe worse. So I could see a Europe or parts of Europe just say, let's make a deal with China and stop dealing with us in different ways. Look what's going on. Why wouldn't they? Wouldn't you? If you got a guy who comes in and says, kiss my butt, and those aren't the words he used, but two of them are, it does that, and wouldn't you go somewhere else and say, if you don't want to deal with me, I'm not going to deal with you anymore? That's what started. We have no allies. He has decided. He and his administration has decided that Europe isn't our friend any longer. Why should Europe be our... Go ahead.
Here's the issue. People will say, he's just looking to be fair, that other countries put tariffs on us, other countries subsidize their industries. They're just trying to have a fair deal so that we can support American businesses.
Like what? Like what? Like what?
Well, I don't know.
What's being tariffed that we're sending over there that we can't get them to buy because of their tariffs? Our cars?
Tony in the chat says, what about the tariffs they have on the U.S.?
Let's use an example. How about American cars? Tony, I'm not a European, but I've been there a couple of times. Trucks don't fit on European roads. It just doesn't work. So people aren't buying American cars in Europe. They may buy some big ones where you have, the big guys cruising around with the big Mercedes, but most people drive small cars in Europe. We don't make small cars here. What small car does America make? I don't think America makes any small cars. So Tony, a whole market that's sitting there, and it's a very good question. The whole market that's sitting there in Europe, nobody here is building cars for that market. So what? They got tariffs on it. Essentially, they got tariffs on vapor because there's nothing there. Nobody wants our trucks over there. It's really simple. So that's a good example. What else? No, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think what's fair and what isn't.
Our meat, our food.
Our food. Okay. The farmers are dying here. Our farmers can't sell the food there now because of the tariffs that are going both ways, and they can't buy our food. And we can. What are we going to do? We can't sell it. We sell it. There's tariffs on it, Joe. And so the rest of the world's got to buy our food with tariffs on it now. They can't afford it. So they go to Brazil. They go to other places. They go to Brazil to buy their soybeans. They go other places. What people are missing is we were the hegemon. I say hegemon, the strongest country in the world with an economy that was the strongest economy in the world and had friends. And friends work with you. Friends will duke it out with you, but friends will work with you. And when you got friends, you can call your friends up and do things. But if you say to somebody who thought they were your friend, well, F you, okay? Because we're not going to use those words here, but F you, I don't care you were my friend. You got to give me a better deal than anybody else. I'm going to say that I don't care about you any longer. And it starts breaking things up. It's no longer just fairness. You can't look at one trade deal and this deal and that deal, which is what Trump does. You got to look at the whole picture. And that's where the president misses it. To him, the whole picture is taking on people and having them kiss his butt and give him gifts and let his family make a lot of money. That's all. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, if there's specific examples of trade imbalances where other countries are charging us tariffs and subsidizing their own businesses, that we should look at each individual case and then manage it specifically.
Of course.
As opposed to taking a sledgehammer to the whole process.
Same, exactly, Joe. Just like what happened with the federal employees. We got no FEMA now. Okay, the guys who work at FEMA, they can't get anywhere. They can't help people. The way FEMA helps people is the state, when there's an emergency, the state goes to the government, goes to the federal government and says, please send us FEMA. Give us a grant. And they're not doing it. They're sitting back and not doing it. They refuse. So when the government doesn't do it, the federal government, you don't see that. You don't see that money's not going to the states. So what are the states going to do? Now think about what's going on. These guys with their big, beautiful bill who are going to raise the deficit at least to $4 trillion. And please, guys, give us thumbs up. We need it. It's our heart. We love you. We don't care if you agree or disagree with us. Thank you for coming, but please give us thumbs up. That's Dr. Volpicelli, Dr. Joe Volpicelli, the addiction specialist, as far as I'm concerned, in the United States. I don't know him in the world, but I'm sure he's as good as they are. And I'm just me.
What are you talking about?
What'd you say?
Not just the United States, the world.
That's what I said. I said, as far as I don't know him, I said, as far as I'm concerned, you are the world.
He knows that.
Right, even ChatGPT knows that. That's right. But look what's going on. These farmers are, let's use the farmers for an example. They're losing all this money, but their wages aren't going up, are they? I want to know, all these people here who think that President Trump is helping them, are your wages going up? Is your income going up? A few may, but let me tell you what President Trump is doing. Whose incomes are going up here, Joe? Whose incomes are going up? The people whose incomes are going up are the rich people, are foreigners. Foreigners. Now think about it. Oh,
America first.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right on. What about America first? I'm not looking at the comments yet, so if you see anything, Joe, feel free to throw it out. But there is no America first here. Trump has a big lunch, a big dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Did you see the food? It looked horrible. Did you see that plate? The meat looked like, look, the fish, the mashed potatoes were like yellow, but it looked like it maybe wasn't a good picture. But, ugh. So, I mean, but then what's happening is most of the people who went there were foreigners. One guy was a Chinese crypto guy who's worth billions, and these guys, these foreign people, bought millions of dollars of the Trump meme coin, which means Trump puts that money in his pocket. They're not buying the coins from him, but they're doing all the transactions. That makes the money on all the transactions, and the millions and millions of dollars goes in Trump's pocket. Is it going into America's pocket? No. How about the plane? How about the plane that the what was it, UAE or the Qataris wanted to give away and wanted to sell? Nobody wanted to buy it, so he gives it to Trump. They call it $400 million. Now we taxpayers have to pay for Trump another $400 to $500 million to gut it and make it good. So it would mean we would be giving Trump $1 billion plane when he retires. I would hope not. I would hope the next president would say, what are you doing? I ain't giving it to him. It stays here. The problem is that's another $1 billion. No, I'm sorry, because it's not the 400 we're not paying. It's free. It's a gift to Trump. That's $600 million we could be using for our farmers. For our farmers. And the farmers voted for Trump. And I'm not going to sit there like some of these other guys and go, American